I'm going to be building a second bench and storage area just across the mudroom. So I start off by removing the tongue and grooves of each wood floor piece. This way, I'll have a tighter and better gluing surface. I always use Titebond 3 for all my projects. After the glue cures, I sand it smooth with 80 grit sandpaper and work my way up to 120. The flooring material isn't thick enough to my liking, so I miter off two sides of the top and glue them back on. This gives it a beautiful thick slab appearance. I also just love how the end looks with the grain water falling through to the side. I use tape to make this glue up easy and accurate. I sand down the edges smooth and add a radius using my sander. Now, let's get this piece finished up with some stain. One of my favorite products to use on white oak is Rubio Monocoat's natural oil stain. I use a cordless sander attached with a non-abrasive buffing pad to evenly and quickly apply the oil stain. Now that the bench is all finished up, I get started on the overhead storage bins. I want these to look identical to the ones already in the mudroom, so as not to look out of place. The whole construction will be made out of 5/8 inch MDF. Now we are ready to assemble all the pieces together. Assembly was quite easy. I used wood glue and brad nails to put it all together. The star of today's project is this nifty laser level. I use my laser level not only for work, but very often for home projects such as this one. Here it shoots a constant bright beam and makes installing the boards easy and, more importantly, level. I magnetically attached the laser mount to the wall and adjusted its height to line up perfectly with existing overhead storage unit. You can also use a tripod with this mount. Prior to installing the storage bin, I marked out all the locations of the framing studs. I used a 16 gauge nailer to nail it in place. I used trim caulk for all the corners of the bin and also where it contacts the wall. This way we have a seamless look. I masked off the wall and used one coat of primer and 2 coats of white paint. Taking off the masking tape is so satisfying. I love seeing those straight edges. While that's drying, I need to install some ledger boards to the wall which the bench will sit on. Here I'm using Loctite's Max Premium to attach the bench to the frame of the wall. To install the floating bench on this side, I pre-made this support frame and used construction adhesive to install it. I then paint the trim and wall white and remove more satisfying masking tape. And finish it off with some hardware and voila, here's the finished project. Hope you enjoyed watching me build it from scratch. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you guys next time. If you're watching this on TikTok, check out my Davey Struggle YouTube channel to see the full videos to every project that I've done in the past.